Good morning. So, I've got a lot of comments giving me all kinds of great ideas, and I guess since so many of you guys are in self-quarantine and lockdown, you can't go anywhere, a lot of people have said we need more stuff to watch. So, I'm just trying to do stuff, trying to upload more than just on Tuesday. I don't know how often I can do it, how much content I'll have before it gets really boring for you guys, but I'm doing this in an attempt to do that. Okay, having said that, I need to address something. A couple of the comments, a couple of viewers commented something, and they're absolutely spot on. Yesterday, or when I uploaded my last upload, I talked about some things that we were trying to do to protect ourselves on the boat from being exposed to the pandemic, and you guys, some of you corrected me, and you were absolutely right. I have no business talking outside of the scope of my area of expertise or area of what things that I know. I really shouldn't have said anything. Apparently, the information that I got was apparently not right. It was, I fell victim to, I'm sure many people have, but some bad information. I guess drinking water and holding your breath, although that's probably not going to help or hurt you, apparently it doesn't help and it doesn't do anything, and I just need to shut up about stuff I don't know about, and I really apologize for that. And I really thank you guys for pointing that out, because for those of you that have been following my channel, this is a work in progress. I'm learning how to do this stuff, and I need to really stay focused on things that I know about or that are in my life every day. Alright, so getting on to the video, I titled this Hellgate and a Tour of the East River. I need to give you a little explanation of a big mistake that I made doing this. I got underway, I set up my camera, and I knew that I wasn't going to have enough battery in the camera to film the whole thing, so I put it on time-lapse. The time-lapse was set very slow, so when we went for an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of running, it only did like 90 seconds worth of video. And I'd never be able to tell you what's going on, because a lot of people have said, please tell us what you're passing, what the things you are, what you were thinking about when you're doing stuff like that, which I think is all great ideas. I want to do that, but I can't do that when the boat is effectively doing 100 miles an hour. So in the video software, my editing software, I've slowed it down. In that process, you'll see it's a very jerky motion, and that's because there just aren't enough frames for it. Usually I capture at 60 frames a second, but you'll see. I think it's going to be good enough that you guys want content, so I'm just putting it out there, so hopefully you'll bear with me. But anyway, we're going to go up the East River, and we're on our way to New Haven, and I went and broke out the charts, and we'll take a look at, I'll show you on the chart where we're going, and then we'll go through the video. Thanks guys, stay healthy and stay safe. Thanks again for liking, subscribing, you're really helping out the channel. Oh, and one more thing, there's been a lot of requests for people wanting, for lack of a better term, merchandise. T-shirts and sweatshirts and that sort of stuff. I'm going to try to get, my son is working on trying to set all that up for us right now. For those of you that have somehow found the name of the boat that I work on, I'm not supposed to talk about that, but and wanted apparel that had that stuff written on it, I have to ask you to keep working with me. In order to keep making these videos, I have to respect the fact that I don't own these boats and I don't own the company, and I'm not speaking for the company. Sometimes you'll see me wearing some company apparel, and that's just part of my job, but the idea that I can give you shirts with a certain name on it it's not my domain, I don't own that, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. But we're going to try to put something together for you, and hopefully it will be something that you guys will like, so look for that in the future. Alright, cool, see ya. So, to give you an idea, this is a zoomed in chart of the Upper Bay. This is when people think of New York, they usually think of Manhattan, World Trade Center up here, Wall Street, the Battery right here, the Statue of Liberty over here. So this is an area that this right here It's an area that we call the Buttermilk Channel. We call this the Deep Water Range. You'll see the Staten Island ferries going in over here. But anyway, in the video that I'm going to show you, we're coming through here, through the Buttermilk. We have to go under 8 bridges to get through the East River. And we'll be coming up here, going by the Brooklyn Bridge. Well, I'll point all this stuff out later, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like on a chart. Come through here, around here. Move these charts for you. Come up around here. This is where some of you are familiar with the UN. The UN building's over here. We come up by Roosevelt Island, and we make our way for Hellgate. So here, I'm hoping you can see this over here. This is where the last chart left off. We'll come up here. This is Hellgate, and the reason why it's so crazy over here is that there's water from here, the Harlem River, Long Island Sound, the East River. They're all converging, and it makes for a very interesting passage. So the tide also, or well, we say the tide, but the current really rips through here. So it's very common that a lot of us try to go through as the current dies down around slack water, or even go through with a little bit of fair tide to push us through. But if we're bucking it with a loaded barge, you don't make very good speed. And if you go through when it's a fair tide, you don't have a lot of steerage. So it's very interesting coming through here. It doesn't look that bad on a chart, but this is where things go bad. They usually go bad here. But we'll come through here. We'll go up. It's just a chart correction there. Come around, go around North Brother Island, and we'll come out and head up this way to the Sound. Then we'll come over here under the Whitestone Bridge and check out the traffic on the Throgs Neck Bridge, and then start heading up. And this is about where the video ends, but I just wanted to show you that on a chart so you get an overview of what you're seeing. So here we are, just coming out of the Buttermilk. That right there is what they call a municipal tanker that's going by us. It's a very nice word of saying a sewage tanker. It goes in between the sewage treatment plants in New York. This is the Brooklyn Bridge right here. Beautiful bridge. We go under that. Come around the corner. The old banana docks are on the left. Manhattan Bridge right here. And up on the right hand side is the Brooklyn Navy Yard, and on the left hand side over here we'll be coming around Collier's Hook. Now we're coming up to the Williamsburg Bridge. You can see the municipal tanker took what we call the flats, so he went out of the channel to go over the flats. And we could do that, but having a loaded barge of fuel, we try to stay in the channel as much as we can. And we're coming up to what we call the Poorhouse Flats Range. You actually won't see the range light because it'll be behind us here. But this right here is interesting because this is where it's also, in the summer, you see a lot of seaplanes landing here, bringing people into New York, going to wherever they're going. But anyway, 14th Street Powerhouse on the left-hand side. And straight ahead, well, you're going to be coming up to the UN, the United Nations building. I should have told you that back at the Brooklyn Bridge we switch over with VTS or traffic there, and we switch from channel 14 to channel 12. Usually the UN is a good place where we check in with them again, so that way we make sure that we won't have to meet anybody coming or going when we get up to the gate when we're going up there. So now we got Roosevelt Island on the right hand side and Manhattan on the left hand side. Coming up to the 59th Street Bridge. It's interesting. Usually the FDR, which is the road on the left-hand side there, that's usually jam-packed this time of day, but everyone seems to be not at work right now, so There's a lot of people out there jogging. I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, as we make our way closer here, we'll slow down as we get up closer to the gate, so we have a little bit of extra in case we get into trouble up there. We timed this just about right. I think slack water was right about 18:30 or 6:30 at night, and we got there just about 6:35. So maybe we had 5 minutes of fair tide. Coming around Hallett's Point, the Harlem River was off to the left. We come onto the Triborough Bridge, and then the Hellgate Railroad Bridge, Lawrence Powerhouse on the right hand side, Ward's Island to the left, place up here we call Sunken Meadow. This is headed up, I think this is the area of the Bronx on the left hand side. It's funny, I've been in New York for a long time, and people ask me if I know New York. I was like, oh yeah, I know it really well, but I don't know anything about New York on land. I just know it by water. Anyway, these two islands here are the Brothers Island, and this one that we're going around is going to be the North Brother Island. And it was actually a leper colony and places they put people. Like Typhoid Mary was banished there. She lived out the rest of her days there, and many a seafarer has said that they see her ghost walking around there late at night. Something everybody hears about. Anyway, if you've ever heard of Rikers Island, hopefully you've never spent the night there, but Rikers Island's on the right-hand side. Barretto Point is on the left-hand side. Hunts Point coming up over here. Right over here you can see there's a prison barge on the left-hand side. I should take a better picture of that someday, because that's always kind of interesting. Great big barge that I guess when Rikers Island's overflowing they put them over there. This guy up ahead of me is bringing scows to a mooring. There's a bunch of moorings that they put scows with aggregate products up by the Whitestone anchorage, and he moved over so that I could keep going by him once we got up there, but that will be a little while. He's making good time too. We're just going by. On the right hand side is LaGuardia Airport, so the planes fly over the top over our head over here. SUNY Maritime will be on the left hand side, right about by the bridge there and around the corner. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry, wrong bridge. This is the Whitestone Bridge here. I'm looking at a little editing window here, so it's very small. I'm not paying attention. Sorry about that. Now we're coming up to the Throgs Neck Bridge. And on the Throgs Neck Bridge on the left hand side will be SUNY Maritime, and as we make the corner on the right hand side will be the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy, or Kings Point. Kind of interesting having two rivals so close with just a little bit of water separating them. Anyway, that was a trip through the East River and Hellgate. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you guys so much for liking, subscribing, sharing the videos. You guys are really helping out. Really appreciate it. Hope you all stay healthy and stay safe. And don't forget to wash your hands. Take care, everyone. Thank you.